Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Watch the car. Watch the car.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
80 weapons. Switch gears. Sponge. No. Hey, orbit. Go. 52. Tighten up. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's second and 8. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's third and goal.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful what the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Watch the screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On play action, Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Check nickel, quarter.
Rosen will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Look three. On that.
On third down, Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
That's a gain of 13, first down, Rams. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check. Monday.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rosen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Big Ed. Look at me. Zipper.
2nd and 6. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 29. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
15
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw here. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Set, ready? 10 logo. 61, matchbox lights. Shoot! Hey, gone. Check 24. Check. Fresno. Rocket. Hey, seam 6. Snap.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's get in there. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the run.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've been...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
95 Mike, watch 95. Hey, let's get in them holes.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
95, Mike. What's 95? Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Let's get off the field, D. 95, Mike. What's 95? I'm trying to collect. 95.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here.
Mike, what's 95? Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
At the 14-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down now, Norwood. And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 52. Middle.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Norwood's got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defenses...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abuka. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 52's and Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. There's overload. One day.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
95's the same. No, check his Mike. Hey, watch your leg. 95.
They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
95's Mike. Watch 95. Drop deep.
Leo. Buzz. Yep.
Second and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. They'll run on first down. Norwood. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the Rams first down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen completes it to Norwood. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Freeman again. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. On first down, Norwood. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
2nd and 6. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
No, Check that. We want Mike 50.
Hey, Echo.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Lead grip.
Now back to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
60 more.
Ready?
Back to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Check by.
They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the